Welcome to the GGB Supplier Showcase. Today we're featuring Konami Gaming, Inc., and our guest is Tom Jingoli, who is Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer at Konami. And we're going to be discussing the Dimension series of cabinets, beginning with the wonderful Dimension 49J, which was awarded first place for slot product in our Gaming and Technology Awards. Tom, what do you attribute this machine's success to?
You know, it's a great question. A lot of hard work and dedication by the great team that we have here at Konami certainly starts there. But when you look at the product itself, and you know this, you've been doing this a long time, right? It's all about content. All the manufacturers, we all have shiny new toys that we, debut, whether it's G2E or at other times during the year. And certainly that attracts customers to the games. But what keeps, like we say, butts in the seats and people coming back is about content. Mm-hmm. And certainly the 49J is no exception to that. We have great content throughout that. We launched that product with All Aboard, which is a very successful theme and title that we had from our sister company, Konami Australia Pty Limited, that had significant success down there for, a number of years before we brought it up here. So we have a full robust 6-game library on All Aboard. Ocean Spin followed that up. We're starting to put that out there, which is a premium linked penny game. And at G2E this year, we also debuted a few more titles that are going to be in the process of being released. Bull Blitz, which is another very successful game coming from our studio down in Australia, Konami Australia. Lucky Envelope, which is an Asian-themed game, really generated a lot of interest at G2E this year. It's kind of over my shoulder right here, if you can see it. And then we actually did a licensing agreement with BattleBots, if you're familiar with them, which is a TV reality show, kind of a famous symbol, robotic competition that certainly has a big following. So we're excited about that. Also a robust line of, high denom games throughout for the product line. So it starts with content. Again, you could walk through any casino in town or anywhere and see, patrons still playing older games and older form factors that aren't, 4K or high def and don't have phone chargers and things like that. And people are still sitting playing those old games because of the content. So second thing, I think got attributed to is reliability. And, certainly you want something that goes on the floor to be reliable and trustworthy when it comes to hardware. And that's game, since we put the 49J out, prior to the pandemic, which is, always fun releasing a new product during the pandemic. The product has been rock solid. So we're really excited about not just the 49J and our premium product, but the entire Dimension series.
Mm-hmm. And you've said in the past, the 49J, it's 49-inch curved J-curve monitor. You're developing games with that form factor in mind. Is that correct?
That is correct. Again, we've done studies on that. We brought people in, kind of what they've like to see in a cabinet, in a monitor, where that all sits when you're actually sitting in the chair. So we've done some research on that. I think we've, found the sweet spot with some of that. And that's some of the content that's going to be released here over the next several months will lend to that.
And of course, it's only the latest cabinet in this series. The Dimension 49 has been in the market for several months. Tell us about that cabinet and its games.
Yeah. So 49 flat. Really excited for sale product, core machine, core content for us. Fortune Mint is a title that we launched on there that's gone extremely well. It's been at the top of the Eilers price check list for some time now, going back to June and July. Again, really excited about core video content that we'll be releasing on there. We also have some new games that we're releasing on there. Several triple sparkle games from our library. So again, really strong performance on that on the for sale side. So we feel pretty fortunate right now to have, our premium business kind of moving certainly in the right direction with the 49J and now with the 49 flat on the for sale side. So some really good content and form factors that we have rolling out right now.
all very strong game series. The Triple Sparkle, that's been a very strong series for you.
Yeah, it has been over the years. We're excited about it.
And of course, the stacked screen, triple screen,
Yep.
Dimension 27. How's that being received?
Yeah, one of the early releases. We did some proven K2V classics that we've had from our previous library and launched like that with China Shores and Quick Strike. The interesting thing about that particular form factor is we have close to 30 different games and titles approved on that. So we have a very robust library. That one actually you can see is over my shoulder here, ironically. But so again, really excited about the content and the robust library that we have to back that up. As you know, every game you release, we like to think is going to be, a home run, but it's not. So it's we can sit with a customer, and when you show you have a full library and full content to sit with them, it really helps in the process of placing product on the floor.
And now we have a large format Dimension machine.
Yeah.
Can you describe that and what?
Yeah, the 75C we showed at G2E this year. We have a few products out right now on field trial, both in Nevada and in Southern California. The early performance on it has been very strong. We suspect we will start releasing those toward the end of calendar Q1 and in the calendar fiscal Q2 this year. 75-inch curved cabinet. It's going to be on our premium line. And so far the numbers that, we've seen competes with, a lot of the cabinets that are in that space. Again, a very robust product line with the idea of the content that will be available on your 49J will also be available on that 75C. So All Aboard, Ocean Spin, Lucky Envelope, those games will be available on that large format.
Anything specifically for the large format?
Not at this time. I mean, no specific content. More of just porting original premium content over to that.
Now, Konami showed another premium cabinet at G2E. In addition to the C-curve screen, Dimension top box. Can you describe that for us?
Yeah, so this one's a little bit further down in the pipeline, probably released a little bit later in 2022, second half of 2022. We got tremendous feedback at the show. A 49-inch, top box, and then a 27-inch screen on the bottom. We did a Parade of Lights carnival game that really showed well. It was in a bank of about 6 against the wall. Excited about that product. Really kind of just the final cherry on the top for the Dimension series as of right now. So we feel like with all that's gone on, between supply chain and everything else, that we were able to release, this new Dimension series. 98% of the hardware in that cabinet from the monitor down is the same in all the cabinets. So makes it very flexible when it comes to supply chain, ordering parts. Obviously, the form factor changes when you establish a different monitor, but the integrated base, the integrated format, the way it is, has been very well received. So we feel like we're in a really good spot as a company right now, not only with the 5 different form factors that we have right now to go to market, but as I mentioned before, really an extremely robust product line, whether it's in our for sale business or in our premium lease business.
Are we done for now, as opposed to involving hardware, or
it's a fair question. Certainly, I think you have to look at the industry as a whole and see where the operators have come from. Obviously, they've gone through a lot through the pandemic, and you kind of just have to sit back and say, how much hardware can the market absorb. And I think if you look back to when we released Podium, which was a hugely successful product for our company, we had the form factor, and our focus was really on content. And I think that's kind of where our focus is right now, that we have these new form factors. We're really excited about them. They look great. They can compete with anything on the floor. And let's focus on content for those lines. And I just think, again, with what the industry has been through, you really have to take a look at how much you think that they can absorb from, a lot of different new form factors. So we feel we're in a pretty good spot right now.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing them all at the 2022 trade show schedule, which hopefully will be full.
We're starting to ramp up for that too right now. Obviously, coming around the corner, and we're looking forward to getting back out there. It was good to see a lot of people at G2E. I thought, G2E went really well this year. I was, as some of the other companies had some concerns going into it, but I think our trade associations, AGEM and the AGA and Reed, I think they did a really good job of putting on the show. I thought it was well received. Everybody could get in, get out. When they did with the mask mandate and having to show your vax card. I think I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought the show went really well. So we're looking forward to trade shows gearing back up here in 2022.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tom. Well, thank you very much for being with us today on the showcase.
Happy holidays, everybody out there. We hope to see you here in 2022.
Great holiday. Thanks
Thank you.
again.
Bye-bye.